Rapids Rock in Game 7, opening round series. Who's going to move on? The Boston Bruins or the Toronto Maple Leafs? Julian Edelman, the Super Bowl MVP, the banner captain tonight. This place exploded.
No more after this. In a terrific series, this is it. Bruins and Maple Leafs break the tie for good. Picked up there by Andreas Johnsson. Sped on to the back now. Morgan Rielly walks it on. Rielly able to step to the opposite side and then is sent deeper for a pass in front. A great shot by Matthews is answered by Rask.
Boy, what a save here to start the game for Tuukka Rask. An awfully difficult save to make early on.
One of the few players on this Toronto team that has been as far as the Stanley Cup final before, and he won in 2014 with Los Angeles. Nice work by Marner. Out of the glove. Rebound. Another save made by Rask, and he's able to cover.
He almost got it 5-hole. That's his first shot on goal since Game 4.
This is held now by Achari. Turned along to Corrali. Moves to the front, and his shot was kicked away. Worked along by Grizzly. Along for Nordstrom. He scores!
This is one he has to come up with, a sequence that can suck the life out of a hockey team, one that Anderson would like to have back.
A lot of face-offs this period. This is number 26. Gardner turns there and is run off to the outside. Johansson. Score!
Marcus Johansson swooped to the right circle, snapped it inside the far post. His first goal of the playoffs. 2-0 Bruins.
In the very early seconds of this period, what a save. Now along with this is Hyman. Angles it to the back. Rielly with it there. Side of the net. Oh, and through the legs. A redirection by Marner, and Rask got that one too.
Well, Tuukka Rask under some pressure here to start the period.
Blocked back in by Gauthier. Spun around by Rask. Run off was Moore. Pitched along by Ennis. Got by Tavares. He scores! John Tavares! And it's 2-1.
Beautiful shot by Tavares. Just slips it past Rask inside the post.
Yeah, what a big goal for the Leafs.
Scaled back by Zaitsev, but not out. They battle for it again, and Chara asserted himself. Popped on back and is tipped along by Heinen, and then he got it, fired one save, rebound, oh, and another one scrambled around the net, and Anderson came up with it, my oh my.
Anderson the save, rebound. Anderson won a stop on Marchand. He had Muzzin draped all over him, extended with the left leg, and got it with his foot.
7 3/4 minutes to go in the second period. Rielly ahead, and then Marner poked it across. Hyman got it through. Marner tried to connect in front with Tavares. Now Hyman a shot and a save made by Rask. It's overwhelming right now. Picks up Rielly and is able to glide around behind. Swings one that's off of Rask. Poked along by Nordstrom. Off of Corrali. One-handed across by Achari, and Corrali trying to wind his way through and does. Corrali shot. He scores!
This guy just has a nose for the big games. Sean Corrali raced in, angled to the left circle, and snapped one by Freddie Anderson. Bruins 3, Maple Leafs 1.
Manage your emotions right now, but keep pushing.
Marchand, but that one is cut off by Marner. Marner able to bring it back out and gain the zone. Mitch Marner across the feet in front. Oh, and Rask got in the way of the try from Zach Hyman.
He drove it at the near post. Rask slid across, made the save.
The puck was picked off, and all of a sudden it came down on a 3-on-2. Great passing play. Hyman can't convert.
Achari, but then cannot be worked on any further, and it's sent back up the wing now for Zach Hyman. Hyman stepped into by McAvoy. Puck popped on back, and it's Dermott throwing one in front that hopped off Chara, and then is sent right back up to the goal crease and is cleared back down. In regulation, the Leafs need 2. Broken up by Krejci. Krejci looks, gives it on over to Carr. Score!
A close call at one end and then the put away down at the other. And the Bruins finally have some breathing room in this hockey game.
They now celebrate a 7th game win against Toronto again, and there may be a little more at the horn. One of the things that gets forgotten over the summer is the 20 wins in the first 28 games that your team had. All that's remembered is they got knocked out in 7 by the same guys again. But this is just 1 out of 4 rounds. that were pretty tough and required a lot of perspiration and tremendous skill.
The official final score of this game, Bergeron scoring at 19:59, but then the logjam of players disagreeing.